Welcome to Team Dunn TV for this week. Kira is obviously not here again. She's in Sydney this week with our horses heading to the Kosciuszko race, or our horse heading to the Kosciuszko race now, and also we've got 3 in the highway at Randwick, but we'll speak a little bit more about them afterwards. Just talking about last week's runners, a bit frustrating in Brisbane last week. The track was really wet. We had 2 runners, Kirabella and Bullet Shot. Neither of them could go 1 yard on the rain-affected ground. So look, we went there a little bit confident, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately. We'll find them dry tracks before we head back to the races with them again. Kirabella felt the run a little. We're going to give her a little bit of time off now to completely recover. But look, she's obviously a filly that we've got lots of time for, and both those horses we've got plenty of time for, but just need to find them a dry track next start. Divine Unicorn at Flemington in the Turnbull, he was outstanding. He was beaten just over 3 lengths by Winks, probably the best horse in the world at the moment. He certainly did a wonderful job. Just wanted to over race a little bit early, but that was probably mainly because of the way that he was ridden last start. But once he relaxed and found his rhythm, he quickened well. He was really good late. He's heading to Hong Kong now. We're hoping that we might keep him here for one more run, but look, he's now achieved the goal that we set out to achieve with him. He's an 85 rater in Hong Kong, and that's where he'll head to. Very appreciative to have the opportunity to train such a good horse, and I'm sure he'll win plenty more races when he gets to Hong Kong. Mr. Wong was kind enough to allow us to have him here for quite some time. He won at Group 3 level. He's been a wonderful horse for our stable. Big thanks to Willie Leong also, who manages Divine Unicorn. He's done a great job, not only to purchase him from England, but bring him over and set him up to achieve the goal that we did, and we've got that done now. So again, thank you very much. We do appreciate the opportunity. Just this weekend's runners at the Gold Coast, we've got Miss Blumenthal in. She's drawn an awkward barrier. Track's probably going to be really wet. We'll just take a look at that race morning and make a decision which way we head there. I don't want to expose her to heavy tracks. We're just getting her to start to stretch her distances out, and we certainly don't want to give her a run on a bottomless heavy track and ask her to be not quite as effective late. So that's something we'll take a look at. But she's certainly in good shape. She's gone well this week. She's improved since she won her last start. So heading in the right direction. At Doomben, we've got 2 in the 2-year-old race. Cubics comes from gate 4, gets the advantage of Clayton Gallagher's Claim. Expecting him to run well. I don't know that he's a horse that's ready to turn up and win his first start, but I'm expecting him to run a nice race and give us something to build on. He'll go to the paddock after Saturday for a short break, and we'll bring him back next time through. Ready to Party is a horse that we've got plenty of time for. Unfortunately, had to be scratched last week due to a little issue that he had on race morning. Nothing too dramatic, just a bit of a hiccup, but he'll run really well. He's drawn the right gate, good jockey on board. Expecting him to be extremely hard to beat. Thunderous Strike's drawn a bit of an awkward gate, dropping back in distance, which we decided to do with him last start after he wasn't quite as effective as we needed him to be over the mile. Blinkers go on. Barrier is awkward, but in saying that, if the track's rain affected, it may just not make the importance of an inside gate so much to him. The way that he's been racing in 1600s, we'll find a spot with him midfieldish, hopefully with a bit of cover, and I'm expecting him to be really strong late. His work on on Tuesday morning with blinkers on was really impressive, so look for a big sight from him. In Sydney on Saturday, unfortunately, it's been well documented that Care to Think had to be taken out of the Kosciuszko race, which is really disappointing for everybody concerned. A heartbreak for his owners group, my staff, myself, and also the slot holder that we got so close yet to. Look, he had an elevated temperature the morning before he was supposed to travel to Sydney. Obviously his welfare comes first at all times. We wouldn't risk it travelling him 10 hours with that. As it turned out, it was the right decision. My vet subsequently scoped him, and he did have quite a bit of mucus down his trachea, so he's on a course of antibiotics at the moment. He'll get over this and he'll bounce back. We'll target Magic Millions again with him in January as we did last year. He'll go through basically the same races as he did last time through. He'll have a week or two weeks off just to make sure he recovers. We've got a bit of time up our sleeve now, so no rush with him. Look, as I said, pretty disappointing, but in the end there's not a whole lot we can do about it, and the right decision was made. For the highway race on Saturday, we've got 3 runners. Saxton Rock comes out of barrier 12. The claim of Sam Weatherly will help. He's not an overly big horse, and I think it's important that we do try to take some weight off him whenever we can. He's a horse that's racing extremely well at the moment. We scratched him from last week down there because of the heavy track. over 1600. Wouldn't be too worried about the soft track. Just the 1600 we thought might have tested him around Randwick on a heavy track. So track's probably going to be rain affected again on Saturday. To what extent we won't know till race morning, but it's probably fair to say that it's going to be soft. Tristan the Angel ran extremely well at Ipswich last start. Just a muddling tempo race, got back, had to circle them, not much went right, but he was really strong through the line and sets up well for this race. Short turnaround will help him. He's a horse with a big heavy physique, and certainly the short space between runs will do him the world of good, and I'm expecting him to also run well. Mediterranean, we haven't found the right surface for him yet since this preparation. He needs soft tracks. Fair to say that he's been a bit frustrating this time through, but I think we can probably blame the firmish tracks. He doesn't stretch out properly on those surfaces. He's going to get a soft track on Saturday. Ty Anglin goes on board. He'll suit him. Expect a big improvement from him. And look, it's difficult to split these three horses. They're all coming from different situations, but I can't pinpoint one of them. I suppose Saxton Rock's racing in the best form of those three horses at the moment. So if you're going to point out one, it's probably him. However, he's drawn an awkward gate. So look, they're all going to run good races, and hopefully one of them can get the job done for us. The Kosciuszko, our sole runner now, is Snitz, and look, make no mistake, he wasn't just there as a backup. He's a live chance. He's a horse with plenty of talent. He's performed at city level a number of times, a multiple city winner. He was outstanding first up at an open handicap level in Brisbane. Just probably peaked on his run late, which is a good thing leading into his second run, because it means we'll have plenty of petrol in the tank, and I'm expecting him to run well. All four horses travelled down last night. They've arrived in Sydney in good shape, and certainly haven't missed a beat. They've pretty much all done it before, so it's nothing new to them, which is a part of the process that we do with travelling these horses early in their careers to the highway races, and they've all now achieved that. So look, hopefully we can have a good weekend. Last week, as I said, was a bit of a frustration. But all the horses that are in Sydney and in Brisbane on Saturday, I'm expecting to run well. Weather's going to play a pretty big part in everything over the weekend. But look, we're expecting good things this weekend. So good luck, and bye for now.